We are here today, what you have here sitting at this table are members of the boards of education for the 5 public school districts in Shawnee County. All 5 of us serve as presidents for the boards of education. We are here for one very specific reason, and that is to make the case, put out a public call to action that's twofold. Number one, for our legislators, that they would come back and they would do their job, appropriate the money, comply with the ruling that they've got, keep schools open as expeditiously as possible. And we'll get into some of the reasons and some of the consequences in just a moment. But the second thing we're going to call for today is a call to public action from our patrons, from our parents, from education supporters, anyone. As the special session starts on Thursday, we need the public to actually make their presence felt and make their voices heard with their legislators. I think they need, many of them, need appreciation. We want to do the right thing. Some of them need encouragement. So we need all of our patrons, all of our public education supporters, making their voices heard with the legislature so we can get these things taken care of as quickly as possible. So we absolutely have to have the legislature come back, do their jobs, and appropriate the money to fix the problems that were created when they implemented the block grant. So we all know that the seeds of this crisis were sown when they changed the school finance formula, which was equalized, which was based on student needs, had very statistical, one-to-one relationship type of basis for where the money went. And they went to a block grant, which, as we all see what happened. We want them to come back and fix that immediately, put the money back in that they took out for the equalization money. And if they need a blueprint to do this, we could actually tell them about our joint legislative platform that we put together and we gave the legislature back in December. So there was a blueprint right here calling exactly for what needed to happen in a school finance formula if it were ever to be equitable, be fair, pass court muster, all of those things. And the real issue, of course, I won't kid anybody and say that I don't know that we have a tough financial situation in the state right now. But while this is a tough time for them as elected officials, fully get that. All of us up here have to make very tough decisions too. We've got balanced budgets. We have to make decisions that have definite impact on programs and kids, but we know that it's not about us. It's about kids. And so while this is a tough time for them right now to figure out what they're going to do to fix the problems that were created back when they was doing the block grant, it is really the only time that my kindergarten used to be a kindergarten. The only time that a first grader, who is right now developing all of their capacity to learn in the future and become a productive member of society, this is the only time that they get to do that. That window of opportunity on brain development closes very early. So there is the economic imperative that you would, if schools didn't open, just imagine the negative impact of ripping all of that economic activity out of our state. The ripple effect, and it would be bad for us in Shawnee County, it would be bad in Ellis County, or Johnson, any of those places, especially out west where the economy, 95% of the economy is public schools. So that's really what we're asking for immediately from our legislators, and we're asking our citizens to encourage legislators to do this on Thursday when the special session starts. I understand a lot of people are going to be making their way to Topeka, to the Capitol, to visit legislators on Thursday during the special session. We encourage our patrons and supporters to do the very same. At any time throughout the day, they can make time. I think it's important that your legislators hear from you and understand how serious this is.
The cry should be, this is about kids. Let's keep kids foremost in our minds, legislators, everyone. This has such an impact. If schools are closed, that from boards, we have planning 5, 6 different things we're going to have to think about going forward as far as money allocated to the school districts. That's crucial. But more than that, just think of all the stress associated with families. Can you imagine, a family getting geared up, ready to go, having their kids be there the first day of school, and all of a sudden, oh no, schools aren't going to open. It's going to be 3 weeks later or a month later. I just can't imagine the stress put on those families. And we should avoid that totally. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be in this situation. So my hope is everyone does come out Thursday, contact their legislators, everyone involved. Let's pass an equity bill. Let's keep schools open. Let's send it to the Supreme Court. Let's let them rule on it. And let's not close schools, and let's move forward.
We're looking to get a solution from the Kansas legislature that is equitable to all districts. And so, we're not up here advocating specifically for Shawnee County, although that's who's represented here. We're advocating for all kids across the state of Kansas, all school districts.